Hello all. In our previous session, we have seen how to write anonymous inner classes along with the lambda expressions. So now we are going to make use of it and write the jdbc.query to retrieve the records. Okay. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I have created the project. You have already seen it. It's in SpringJdbcTempl demo, and if you look at the pom.xml, I have Spring context along with the Spring JDBC. So this is the Spring JDBC and this is the Spring context. And along with it, as I'm going to access the table, so the table present in the Oracle 11G. So I have added the Oracle driver here. It's over JDBC6. All the stuff, and it's not an, as most of the drivers of the database are proprietary. So I have used npm install file -d debug the version, group ID, artifact ID, and then placed in repository. So I have referred that, and that's about this thing. And let me jump out to the Spring XML configuration file. We have been using Spring XML configuration file. Um, so I placed the I have created the source folder with the name source main resources. We have placed the Spring.xml. In Spring.xml, I have created two beans. One is the data source, where I have written all the driver class name along with the URL, along with the URI, along with the username and password of the database. So all those details I have provided in the data source, and I have referred this. No, I have referred I have created other bean with the name JDBC template, and I have given the name as the JDBC template, and I have referred the property of the JDBC template to the bean ID of the data source. So you can see here. So this is the driver class on all those information I have provided here, and along with this is the JDBC template. Here, if you look at this thing, I'm referring the data source of the bean ID of the data source bean ID. So both this is how I'm creating the connection. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is here our main funda is how to retrieve the records. Okay, so in our last session we have discussed about the anonymous inner classes. So we are going to make use of those anonymous inner classes to retrieve the records by using JDBC template dot. I'm going to say the object created by the JDBC template. So we are going to use that object, and then we are going to call the query method. Okay, the query method is used for to retrieve the record, whereas the update we can do inserting the record, updating the record, and deleting the record. So in our main class, in the last session, we have discussed about these things. In our last session, we have discussed about the two interfaces. We have been using this implementing. We have been creating a separate class and implementing these interfaces. So now it's not required to create a separate class. Instead of it, we are going to use the anonymous inner class and see how it's going to work. Okay, let me jump on, and this is my Spring XML is ready, and I will jump on to the. I'm going to name this as the main class. Okay, I'm going to name it as app. Okay, the next and finish. Okay, next and finish. So this is my app class. Let me open it. Okay. So classes I have been discussing about data, so I'm not going to make use of this thing. And let me comment this out. Okay. So if you look at this thing, okay, I don't want this SQL. So I'm going to comment this. Okay. So let's say that we have created the content using class.xml application context because we are using spring.xml bean configuration file. So I have referred that spring configuration file here, and I have closed the connection in the bottom. So as I already said that this is an class for application context, and it should be always stored inside the application context. So I created the container, so I'm going to store inside it. So to close to this container, I have to instead of directly the calling container.close, we can't call the container.close because the close method is not present in the application context interface. It's present in the abstract application context. So I am downcasting it. So now other thing is, so let me write that JDBC template, control space and enter, dot. So we need records. First of all let me open my SQL developer so that I can see the number of records I have in my table. Okay, it's going to take some time. Before that, let me open this. Okay, this is the spring.xml. So you can see this is the database what I've been using. So Spring. So let me connect to. Okay, let me increase the size font. Okay. So this is my username and the ABC is my password. Select star from tab. So it's going to list out available tables present in for this user ID and password. So I have the one table here, emp underscore table. So I'm going to say select star from emp underscore table. So when I say that these are the records, I have a total of 16 records present in it. So it's going to return all these records. So let me try that. Okay, this is my JDBC template. So to retrieve the records, I already say that we need to use query. So whereas to update, insert, and delete, we need to use update. Okay. So that's the one method for the three operations like update, insert, and delete. Whereas to return the records, we need to use query. Control space. Okay. So if you look at the query, again we have many overloaded methods. So let's look at one by one. So here this is looking for prepared statement, which is an prepared statement. Then result set. I don't want this, so I want this. Let me go with the fourth overloaded method. This is the first one is looking for the SQL. The second parameter is a result set extractor. It is one of the interfaces. Okay, we already discussed about the two interfaces. One is the result set extractor and other one is RowMapper. Okay, so if at all you want to go with RowMapper, you can select this. So first of all, I will go with the result set. I will go with the RowMapper. Okay, fine. So the first parameter is looking for the SQL. So let me write the SQL here. So I will write string SQL is equal to, I'll say let's say that I need to find. So I have already said when to use RowMapper and when to use the result set extractor. If you know the number of records we need to retrieve, if the number of records is one, or we don't know what is the number of records we are going to get, then we should definitely go for the row set extractor. So whereas if we know that if the output is a list, is of the type list, it's going to retrieve multiple records, then we must and should go with the RowMapper. So it all depends upon the requirement. So here what I'm going to do is I'm saying select start from emp underscore table. So this thing is obviously it's going to return multiple records. So I'm using RowMapper. Okay, RowMapper interface. Okay, fine. So now I got the SQL. Now it's looking for the RowMapper. But RowMapper is an interface. That's the point to be noted. Let me select control space. So you can see the row. Let me delete this and let me say control space. When I say control space, the fourth one, sixth one, string SQL comma row mapper. String SQL comma row mapper. So row mapper always return type is list. That's the important point to be noted. You can see its return type is list, and it is from the JDBC template. Okay, it's one of the interfaces related to the JDBC template. Okay, so I'm going to make use of this thing because I know that the output is a list of records. So I'm going to use this. So first is the SQL I have already provided, whereas the row mapper is the interface. Row mapper is the interface. You can see row mapper. It's an interface. Okay. So here row mapper is the interface, right? As I already discussed, to pass the parameter as an interface, we must and should we need to create an implementation class and pass that as a new object. Okay, that's the one method. But whereas we got other two approaches. So other one is approach 2 and approach 3. In approach 3, what we are doing is we are creating anonymous inner class here itself, here as in the parameter, and then using it. That's the other way. And anonymous inner class, the main advantage is it's going to override all the methods present in it, and it's going to override all the methods present in it. That's the other advantage. Whereas we have discussed about other approach 3. Approach 3 is, so whenever we have the interface, that is, it should be functional interface. That's the point, important point. The functional interfaces, that is the interface with only one method, then we should go with the lambda expressions. Okay, so here I don't know how many so how many yeah, here I'm not sure how many overloaded methods are present. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first of all, let me forward in the right way. I'm going to give semicolon. Okay, then I'm going to enter. So I'm going to enter it to the level of JDBC template. Then here I'm going to give enter. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this. I'm going to say new control space. When I say control space, it's going to list out all the available interfaces. So what we need, we are using the parameter should be RowMapper. Okay. So you can see all the available. We are not using ResultSetExtractor. We are using RowMapper. So let me select the RowMapper. Yes, you can see this is from the JDBC4. So you can select this. Okay. No, you should not select this. You should select anonymous inner type. So you need to select this option. I don't know why it's repeating for the multiple times. Okay. So so let me remove the semicolon. Now done. Now again showing some error. Let me place my cursor on the RowMapper and it's saying to add the unimplemented methods. It should come. Okay. When you place the cursor, let me add unimplemented methods. Yeah. Okay, done. Now it has added unimplemented methods. Good, that's a good thing. But the thing is, I'm manually doing all this stuff. I don't want to do that. So I'm going to say new control space. When you enter control space, okay, in control space, what I'm going to select is RowMapper anonymous inner type. I'm going to select this. Okay, it should automatically. Okay, RowMapper anonymous inner type. Okay. So let me place cursor and add unimplemented methods. Okay, fine. Let me format this so that it's easy for me. Why is all these lines? Type expression of the type RowMapper needs unchecked conversion to confirm RowMapper object. Uh-huh. So that's the thing. So here what we need to do is we need to add list, right? So let me add that. So what is the type? It's always a list, we all know that. But we need to write the type. What type? Let's say that employee type. Okay. So when you say employee, you need to create a class known as employee. So this is the DTO class. Okay, this is the DTO class, and the name of the its name is employee. Let me say finish. Okay. So here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write the fields. Private string e number, and third one is name, salary, and fourth one is gender, fifth one is address. So once I created this thing, let me add getters and setters. So I'm going to select all and say, so let me also add toString. Okay, so it's added. So I have created the employee class with the methods similar to the column present in the table, UMP underscore table. So this is the class. So what I'm going to do is here I'm passing the same thing here. So result on okay, this should be employee. Okay, let me try one more time. Let's remove everything. Okay. So here, when you say control space, I am selecting the RowMapper comma still comma RowMapper. RowMapper is an interface. I'm going to select this. So still I have already supplied the value, whereas the RowMapper is an interface. So as an interface, I'm going to use as the template query has the parameter as template. Then I need to follow this standard. So let me place semicolon. So I'm going to follow this technique. So let me place this closing tab just under the JDBC where it has started. Okay. So under the RowMapper, I'm going to say new of. I want to say new of control space. I'm going to select anonymous inner class. Inner class is of type. What type? And it's of the type employee. Remove the semicolon, extra semicolon, and control space. Place my cursor over there and I say add unimplemented methods. You can see. So whatever I provided, the same thing has, and whatever I have placed in the generic, the same thing is the data type here. So if you don't place anything, it will be object. Okay. Now, if you look at this thing, look at the overloaded method. What is the overloaded method? We got over here RowMap. The RowMap which is taking the two parameters. One is the ResultSetExtractor, other one ResultSet, other one is int of row number. Okay, row number. So what I'm going to do is here inside it. Okay, fine. We got the map over the parameters of ResultSet and the int of row numbers. Okay, I'm not sure what exactly is row number, whether it's the number of records present. So I'm not sure like what exactly it is. So as I know that the number of the record, what I'm going to get is list. So I'm going to create a I'm going to say array list. So array list. the array list of is of the type employee, and let me say control one and assign it to the list. Okay, assign it to the list. So I'm going to say it as emp list. This employee list, right? So I'm going to say emp list. So once I get the employee list, what I'm going to do? So here I got the row set. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make use of the while loop. I'm going to make use of this while. So what I'm going to say is rs dot next till I find the records. Loop this. rs dot next till I get the end of records and send to loop this. So the first loop, what I'm going to get is, first of all, let me call the employee method so that I can, okay, let me call the employee DTO so that I can, okay, so first of all, so I have created the employee object. So let me retrieve the records. So first of all, rs dot get string. I will say get string. Where is it? Okay, get string of int column number. So what is the column index? It's a column index should be the row number 0, 1, 2, 3 and all stuff. So what is it? I don't know. Okay. So what I'm saying is rs dot get string. Okay, let me select what are the get string I have. Okay. Here two types of get strings. One is the index number, other one is column label. So I'm going to give column label. So column label is nothing but e number. It should be matching the the column names of the table. Good. So do you want me to print? Okay, I will print it. Okay. Along with it, I have 5 other parameters. One is e number, name, and salary. Salary is both. One is gender. Okay. It is. Okay, fine. That will be placed in a double quote. So we have got all the, but we need to set this to the emp. So we need to set this to the employee DTO. So let's set that. Okay. So let me set that. So what I'm going to say is, let me add all these values to the employee. Okay. So I will say employee dot set. I will use set of e number. Okay. Set of e number. So this is the e number. Similarly, I'm going to use set of its name. So similarly, set of the salary. So similarly, gender. Address. Okay. So once I have set all those things, what I need to do? I need to add them to the emp list. Dot add. Of what we need to do? I need to add the employee. So I'm going to say so what is that? It's employee. I'm adding the employee to the EMP list. Okay, once I add, what I need to do, I need to return the EMP list, right? This is the EMP list one, and should be caps. That's the standard we need to follow. So why I'm getting error here? Okay. It's already error list, man. When I say row map, it's already that thing. Then why is it saying this? So once it is done, so I'm returning the employee list. I change the return type of the row mapper as array. These are the type array list of employee. So this is the end of the semicolon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say emp list dot for each for each. Okay. So what I'm going to say is for every, let's say that let me say for every employer, I'm going to say use lambda expressions here. This is okay, but EMP list is inside this thing. So what I need to do is okay. So what I'm going to do is, so this is a semicolon, right? This is the end of the JDBcTempl.SQL. So inside this SQL comma anonymous inner classes, we can see semicolon. Let me enter control one. So what I'm getting is I'm getting EMP list. EMP list. So this array list of the employee. So I'm going to use this array list. So array list of for each. So for each of, let me say EMP, I'm going to use lambda expressions. I'm going to say print shift of a EMP ly employee dot get e number. EMP of get why I'm not able to get anything. Okay, now I've understood the problem. So let me start from this query. I will say control space. Okay, EMP JDBC control space template dot. As I'm returning the records, I will say query. When I say query, I have many overloaded methods, so I need to decide which one to go. So as I'll be getting number of records, that is the ultimate list of records, I will go with the RowMapper. If I need to get only single record, that's examples like max of the particular column or the max of star. okay, to find out number of rows and all those stuff. I'll be using query. When I say control space, here you can see I have different overload methods. I'm going to use RowMapper. Okay, SQL comma RowMapper. Yeah, this is the one. It's again, it's asking 3 parameters. SQL comma row callback. Yeah, let me use this. No, even this is taking. So I will go with this one because it just needs um, so query. I'm going to use RowMapper. So let me select the one which takes 2 parameters. I don't want to take multiple layers. So I'm going to select this SQL comma RowMapper. Yeah, RowMapper. RowMapper is an interface. So and as we have already discussed, we need to use anonymous inner class. We need to use anonymous inner class. So SQL I have already provided the value here. It's taking it. So whereas about the RowMapper, it needs an interface. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to say semicolon. Okay. So what I'm going to do is semicolon, right? So I am going to take this and keep it under the level of JDBC. Okay. So then the second parameter, I'm going to bring it down. So here I'm going to say, I'm going to delete this. I'm going to say new control space. New control space of what I'm going to select. I need to select anonymous inner class. So I'm going to select this interface. So anonymous RowMapper is of the type what? You need to decide now itself. It's of the type employee. So I already have the employee class with all the column names matching the table. So what I'm going to say is I'm going to let me remove the semicolon. Okay, and let me add the. Okay, before adding this, I need to decide what is the data type. So I know that its data type is employee. So this is the generic what I'm going to say. And the other important point we noted is RowMapper always return type is list. You can enter control space. You can see RowMapper is always it's not showing here, but its return type is list. Okay, always its return type is list. Okay. So as it is showing some error, let me place my cursor and add unimplemented methods. So as I have selected employee, so automatically it will select the employee as a return type. Okay. So now let me remove the unwanted things. So with this, what I'm getting is result set along with the row number. I'm not least bothered about the row number. Let me decide what to return. Okay, I need to return employee, that's for sure. So, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to say let me forward. Okay, it's RowMapper. Okay, so RowMapper. So inside it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to type rs dot get of string. I need to get of. So when you say get of string, again you have two types. One is what you want to specify. So how you want to retrieve? So do you want to retrieve by using index number or want to retrieve by using column name? So I will say column name. So let me select the second option. So column name. What is my column name? It should be the matching column name of the table. Okay. Similarly, I need it for all the other 4 fields. As I have total 5 fields. First one is name, second one is name, third one is salary, and fourth one is gender. This one is address. So I'm getting the result set. So once I get the result set, I need to set inside the employee. Okay, employee. So let me create the object for the employee. So this is the object. So this is the DDO class. So I'm going to add all these values to this thing. So let me say control space. So I'll say employee dot set. I need to set all this key number of this. So similarly, I'm going to set the name to the okay. Similarly, salary. Similarly, gender. Similarly, its address. So I have set the values. So I got the result set values by using rs.getString, and so all these values should be equivalent to the column names of the table. So I have set them to the employee DTO class. So once it is done, I need to return employee. So I have returned the employee. Good, that's good thing. So once it is done, so let me place my cursor at the closing parenthesis and enter control 1 to find out return type. So you can see that I'm getting return type is list. As I already said that the map row return type is a list. Okay. So here what I'm going to name it in a proper way, proper qualifier. So I'm saying employee list. So what I'm getting list of employees. So I'm going to use lambda expressions. So I'm going to say dot for each. So here let me use some variable name. To return what? I need to return all these values. What? Of emp dot get key number. Similarly, all the other 4. Okay, let's say that name. Other one is salary. So returning all the values. So let me add sort with this so that so multiple. So I can add this delimiter between the iterated records. So let me run as Java application. So once I run, you can look at the console. See, this is my first record. Sorry, this is my first record. This is my second record, and this is my third, fourth. That way we got many records. So if at all you want to count, you can go to. You can take this value and get the count from the row number. So if you can return this, so you will be getting row number, total number of records. So that's how we will be making use of RowMapper. So let me try the same example, similar example by using ResultSetMapper. Let me use the same example. Okay, ResultSetExtractor. So I'm going to name it as. Let me name this package. I'll say dot. Okay, so finish. RowMapper. So let me create the other package with the name. Just to differentiate. ResultSetExtractor, not mapper. Okay. ResultSetExtractor. Let me close all these things. So this is my ResultSetExtractor. Let me open my app.class. So let me remove everything, whatever I have. I want to remove it from here. Okay, let's remove this. So let's say that I have this. So I have created the application, class for application context, and then again bean configuration file because I'm using string XML file. Then I'm using this container and I'm calling the campaign of I'm calling the JDBC template. So here I have written the JDBC template, one time the JDBC template. So using this JDBC template, I'm going to call, because I need to retrieve records, I'm going to call query. So if you look at the query, we have many overloaded methods. So as I need to use ResultSetExtractor interface, so let me select this. Where is the ResultSetExtractor? Yes. So I'm going to use this sixth option, string SQL comma ResultSetExtractor. I'm going to use this. So it's expecting two things. One is SQL, other one is ResultSetExtractor. So let me write my SQL. So is equal to, what is my SQL? I'll say select star from emp underscore table. So this is my table. So I have provided my table one, whereas the other one is an interface. To interface, to pass the value as an interface, we use AnonymousInnerClass. Or else you can create the other class, use the implementation class, then make use here. But I'm not going to make use that. Instead, I'm going to use AnonymousInnerClass. So for creating AnonymousInnerClass, what I need to do is, I need to take this at the level of JDBC tablet, then bring this down and delete it. Say new of control space, and what is that? It's a result set extractor, right? I need to select anonymous class, result set extractor, anonymous inner type in the class. So I selected this, good, and its return type is array. Should be, it all depends. So how you want to take. Whether you're returning only one record, then it need not be array. If you're returning multiple records, then you should go for the array. So we can modify accordingly, okay, according to our convenience. So what I'm going to do is here, result extractor, as I know that the number of records will be, it will be iteration of records, because when I select this query, I'm going to get number of records. So I definitely need array list. So what I'm going to do is, so inside this type, instead of employee, this not by default, it's an array list. Here the result set return type is not at all in. Let me check one more time. I'm going to remove everything. Control space. When I say control space, I'm selecting this, right? So here, if you look at this thing, here the result set extractor is return type is not the list. It's of the type. So whatever type you give, so that type is going to result. Whereas for the RowMapper, if you look at RowMapper, its return type is list. That's the point to be noted. It's list of array. Okay, list of the type what you mentioned. Whereas for the result set extractor, it is always the type of the class whatever you mention. But here it's list of the type. Okay, so I'm going to select result set extractor. The first one is SQL. I provided that. One other one is it's asking for the interface. So what I've done is I'll say new control space result set extractor anonymous inner class. So as I know that this is the array, so I'm going to use array. I'm going to say array list of generics. Again, in the generics, I'm going to mention employee. So this is me. So this is my return type. Array list of employee. It's array list of the type employee. Okay. Let me remove the semicolon. Once I remove the semicolon, it would ask for the unimplemented methods. So let me add that. Okay, good. So whatever you give here, the same thing will be reflected here. Okay. Okay, good. Now we got result set. Here the extract data. Here the unimplemented class is the extract data, whereas there is map data. Overloaded method. So the methods in the RowMapper is row data, whereas in the result set extractor interface we have the method known as extract data. So we are overriding it. So we are going to override override it. Okay, once you override, okay, you can see the employee type is of the it should return the list of arrays of the type employee. Okay, fine. Then here we are getting a result set. Okay, let me use that result set, and so return type it should be employee. I'm going to write at the end. So before that, so as I got the result set, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say result set dot get string. So here when you say get string, again we have two different types. One is get string of index, how you want to get using by index or by using column name. So I'm going to select column name. So e number. Okay. So similarly I have 5 other fields. One is name, third one is salary, fourth one is gender. So this is address. Okay. Once I get this thing, I need to add it to the DTO. So what is my DTO? DTO is the employee dot. So let me create a object for it. So we say new of employee. So I got the object of the employee object. So using this object, I'm going to set all this value. So I'm going to say employee dot set of e number. Similarly, name. Similarly, salary. Similarly, gender. Similarly, address. Okay, so now I got the I'm getting the e number and all those things, and I'm setting it to the employee. So once I set, I need to add it back to the array list. I need to add, because the return type is a array list of employee, so I definitely need array list. There is no question. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to create new array list of employee. Okay, let me save it in the EMP list. That is EMP list. So once we get the EMP list, I'm going to add this to the EMP list. Add of employee. Okay, I have added this. Okay, once I add, I definitely need to return the EMP list. Good, right? Once I get this thing, so this is my ending column for the dot query. So to find the return type, let me assign it to the new local variable. So it's of the query. So I will going to save it inside the EMP list. So we got the EMP list. So using this EMP list, what I'm going to say is, I'm going to say for each, so for each of some employee, I'm going to return what. I'm going to return, let's say that I need to return emp dot get number. So the 5 different values. So this is salary, this is gender, and this is address. Okay, let me play this result. Okay, done. So once it is done, let me try to run it and check whether it's printing all the values successfully or not. Wow, we got some exception. What is that? Uncategorized statement callback exchanging for SQL latest SQL state triple line error code. This thing ResultSet.next was not called. It's saying that it needs ResultSet.next was not called. Nested exception. Okay, it's saying that it needs to use ResultSet.next. Cannot ResultSetExtractor. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, as here the return type is okay. So I got understood the problem. Here I understood the problem. It's saying that it's so whenever we get the result set, we need to use while of rs.next. Okay, and we need to place inside this. Okay, so when you call this, so it's going to iterate multiple times, and then we are going to get this value. Let me check that. Wow, now got the values. So why I need to add while.rs.next, and why I have not added to the RowMapper? Let me check that. Let me open app here. So let me close this one. This app related to the RowMapper. Here, this is the mapper, but whereas this is the extract data. These are the type employee. Okay. So this are the type this. So this is not the type of the employee. It's the array list. It's of the type array list. So we definitely need to iterate it multiple times. Only then we'll be getting this. Okay. So that's about result set and RowMapper. Let's try one more example. I'm going to quickly try one more example. So later on, then I'm going to directly jump onto the annotations. Okay. So till now we have been using trying the ResultSetExtractor and the RowMapper by using the Spring configuration file. Okay. Let me try one more example. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, let me take the RowMapper only. So I'm going to comment all this code. I'm going to comment all this code right from here. Okay, let me comment this. Okay, comment this. So let's say that I have a requirement to retrieve only one record. What is that one record? Let's say that I need to retrieve the count. So let's say that this is my query. Select of count of this. So when you have this, it's a foolishness to go with the RowMapper. So we definitely should go with the ResultSetExtractor because that's the best one. So we can change the data type according to our wish. So if we want the array of the employee, we can add it array. So if you want just employee, we can add employee. So in that way, so whichever type you want, we can change it. So we got the convenience to change the data type. So not data type, to change the return type. Okay, so I'm not going to make use of the RowMapper here. So I'm going to use ResultSetExtractor. Okay, so let me close this. So I'll go to ResultSetExtractor add.java. Here, let me comment this. Okay, I'm going to comment this complete part. Okay, I'm going to comment this. So let me move this down. So here, what I'm going to do is, so JDBC template enter dot query, right? So because this is select query, so I'll say query. So in the query, if you look at the query, we have many different queries. So what is that? I'm going to use ResultSetExtractor. So I'm going to use this. Okay, let me see one more time. Control space. Let me see overloaded methods. So overloaded methods. So these are the overloaded methods. So I need to use ResultSetExtractor. So let me select this. So first parameter is SQL. Second parameter is interface of ResultSetExtractor. So whatever type you want to, you can. So here the return type is T. So whatever you mention here, that thing is going to return. So you can see semicolon. After colon, we have the type, return type. This is the return type. Okay. So whatever you mention here, that thing is going to return. So I'm going to select this option. So first one is asking for the SQL. So this is my SQL. I need to return the count. Now I need to find the number of records. So let's say that this is the query. So what I'm going to do is, so as I know that I'll be getting only one record. I'll be getting only one record. So I'll be directly making use of the. So I'll be directly making use of the what? Lambda expressions here. So I'm going to make use of lambda expression. Okay. So let me write that lambda expression here. So I will write. So let me semicolon and take it to the level of JDBcTempl. Then I'm going to enter. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to say something. Okay. Method, and it should return what? Okay. Let's say that this is the count. Okay, here what they have said is we should always make use of the anonymous inner class. It is always recommended, even though we should not use here lambda expressions. So it is always recommended to use anonymous inner class whenever you need to pass the interface as a parameter. So we should not use the lambda expressions. That's completely wrong. That's completely wrong. So what I'm going to do is, so I've selected this, right? Selected SQL comma ResultSetExtractor. Okay, selected this. So, control space, control space, SQL comma ResultSetExtractor. Okay, I have already passed SQL. Now I need to pass interface. Let me add semicolon and move it to the level of JDBC. Okay, now I will bring this down. I will say new control space ResultSetExtractor. You can see ResultSetExtractor. It's an anonymous inner type. I'm going to select this. selected this. Okay. Now it's time to take decision. Let me remove the semicolon. Type to take the decision. So what is the return type you want? So that thing you should mention here. Let's say that I want the count. See, I want the count. So if you want the count, so definitely what will the count data type? It will be int. So I'll be giving integer. Integer. So let me place my cursor there and add the unimplemented methods. Okay, let me remove this. I have added the unimplemented methods. So now using this ResultSetExtractor, so as it is one record, right? If it is one record, we should not use for each. We should use if rs dot next next. Okay, something else. Then let me add the variable outside. I'll say count. Let me initialize this value. Okay, I will say rt dot rs dot get int of. So what I should give here, that's the important point to be noted, because if you know, so let's say that if at all we have the count of e number, then we are going to give e number. So if at all we have the count of name, then we are going to give that name here. So but what we need to give here, that's the important point. So I'm definitely going to select this. So what I need to give here, so I need to give alias name. So whatever name you want, you can give that. So here I need to give the alias name of the count. So what is the name you want to give it to the alias to the count? So let's say that I want to give the count as I'll say number of records. So I'm going to give this name. So let me add semicolon. So I'm going to save inside the count. Okay, count, and I'm going to return the count. Okay, we have it. I'm going to save it in counter. I'm going to return this count. Okay, so let me try this. Let me run our Java application. We should get 15 here. It's still running. We got some exception. Good. Exceptions are always good. Count, select count star from empty underscore table. Nested exception is Java SQL exception. Invalid column name. Okay, they're saying that's invalid column name. So what we should give? So count star, select count star from name. So what is, did you give alias name here? So did not give alias name here. So that's a mistake. If you don't give alias name, you should remove it. Okay, cancel it. Okay. So what you should do is, so we have already given the alias name here, number of record. This alias name should be given here. So we are selecting count of star. So what is that your name? Want you give this to this? So you want to give this is the alias name of this. So the same thing you need to give it here. So let me save it and run it as Java application. Now definitely it should work. There should not be any error because there's a valid value and they should get 15. Where is 15 man? Where is 15? Okay. Where is 15? Okay. Okay, fine. We all know that. Let's check. I'll say control 1. Assign this to this. So here we have already given it as integer. So it should return integer. So integer. Okay, fine. We got the integer. Let me say it as count. So at the end, I'm going to say sys out of what is the integer value I've given the count, right? So let me run it as the application now. So yeah, I got the perfect count, total number of records 16. Okay. So this is how we are going to get. So here the return type of the of this depends upon the one what is here. So as I already know that here I should return only integer, so I've given integer here. Okay, so if at all it has to return list of employees, then I would have given array list of employees inside the generics. So as I know that it's not going to return only the employee, it's going to return only integer values. I have given integer. Okay, so here that's the reason why we got the return type as integer here. So I'm printing the same value here. Obviously, it's going to be count. Okay. So that's about the ResultSetExtractor and the RowMapper, and this is using the Spring XML configuration file. So in the next session, we're going to discuss. We're going to try the same thing using the annotations. Okay, we're going to use annotation config XML, annotation config application context, and instead of XML file, we're going to try that. That's all for now. Thank you.